Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the very first chapter of your syllabus, that is reproduction in organisms. In this chapter we will study what is reproduction, that is its definition. Then we will study the different types of reproduction. Types of reproduction. Under this topic we will study the two types, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Under the asexual reproduction, we will study what is asexual reproduction, that is its definition. Its definition. Then what are the features of asexual reproduction? Features of asexual reproduction, and then what are the different types or the structures involved in asexual reproduction? Types of asexual reproduction. Then we will study what are the different organisms that shows that exhibits the asexual mode of reproduction. Examples, that is examples. Now the next one, that is sexual reproduction. Under this topic we will study what is sexual reproduction, that is its definition. First definition. Then we will study what are the different stages involved in sexual reproduction. Stages in sexual reproduction. And again, we will see what are the organisms, which are those organisms which exhibits the sexual mode of reproduction. That is the examples for sexual reproduction. Apart from these two methods or two modes of reproduction, two types of reproduction, we will study parthenogenesis. So these are the important topics, main topics that we are going to cover under this chapter. So that was the brief idea about the topics that we are going to cover under this chapter. We know that all living organisms, they do exist for a limited period of time. They grow old and die eventually. In spite of this harsh reality, what we can see? We can see that vast variety of plants and animals, they do exist. How is it possible? अगर हम कहते हैं कि जो भी organism का birth होता है, it grows old, कुछ देर तक वो जीवित रहता है and eventually उसकी death होती है. इसके बावजूद हमें देखते हैं कि बहुत सारी प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स की स्पीसीज हमें अर्थ पे देखने को मिलती है. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? इट मीन्स, इट इंडिकेट्स दैट देयर मस्ट बी सम प्रोसेस which ensures, which allows the production of new individuals from the existing one, and the process that allows the production of new individuals from the existing one is known as reproduction. That is reproduction. So let's start with the very crucial life process, that is reproduction. And under this in this chapter, the very first topic that I'm going to cover now is lifespan. So, what is lifespan? Definition is pretty much simpler. Lifespan is the period between the birth and the natural death of any organism. That is lifespan. Period between the birth and natural death of an organism. Right? So, lifespan is the period between the birth and the natural death of an organism. Lifespan is a specific trait. It's a specific trait. Trait means it's a characteristic feature of a living organism. It's a specific trait. Again, a very interesting thing to know about lifespan is that lifespan can be as short as less than a 1 day, or it can be as long as several thousand years. Yes, it's very interesting. It can be as short as less than 1 day, or it can be as long as several thousand years, right? But please keep this in mind that this lifespan is not necessarily correlated with the size and complexity of the body, size and complexity of any organism. Very important point to note down over here from examination point of view. Lifespan is not necessarily correlated with the size and complexity of organism. What does this mean? Let's take a couple of examples to explain this statement. In order to explain this statement, I'm going to cite a couple of examples. The very first example that I'm going to cite over here is crow and parrot. Crow and parrot. Crow and parrot, सबने देखा है. Body size of both of these organisms is almost same. Their body size is almost same. But when we think of their lifespan, what do we come to know? There is a huge variation with respect to their lifespan. Crow survives for 14 years. Whereas parrot survives for 140 years. It's 15 years. Parrot survives for 140 years. So when we think of their body size is almost same, but there is a huge variation with respect to their lifespan. So what does this statement indicate? Lifespan of an organism is not necessarily correlated with the size and complexity of organism. Size भले ही दोनों का सेम है, but the lifespan varies a lot. So this is the meaning of this statement. Now let's take one more example from plants like mango and people. Mango and people. मैंगो एंड पीपल ट्री, इनका साइज ऑलमोस्ट सेम होता है. द कैनोपी ऑफ दिस ट्रीज इज ऑलमोस्ट सेम, बट देयर इज अ ह्यूज वेरिएशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू देयर लाइफ स्पैन. डू यू नो व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ मैंगो ट्री? मैंगो ट्री, इट सर्वाइव्स फॉर just 200 years. It survives for 200 years, whereas peepal tree can survive for several thousand years. Yes, peepal tree can survive for several thousand years. It survives for 2,500 years. Now you can notice the difference between their body size and lifespan. Though their body size is almost same, there is a huge variation with respect to their lifespan. So this is pretty much clear now. Now I will move on to the next topic, that is reproduction. I hope it's pretty much clear now. All right? Okay. Now we'll move on to the next topic, that is reproduction. Does anyone know the definition of reproduction? What is reproduction? This definition is pretty much simpler. It's a biological process in which an organism gives rise to a young one or offspring of its own kind, similar to itself. So it's a biological process in which an organism gives rise to the young ones, that is offspring, similar to itself. So this is the definition of reproduction. Again, so what is happening in reproduction? An organism gives rise to young ones. एक ऑर्गेनिज्म अपने ही जैसे ऑफस्प्रिंग को प्रोड्यूस करता है. एंड व्हाट डू दीज ऑफस्प्रिंग्स डू? दीज ऑफस्प्रिंग्स अगेन ग्रो ओल्ड, दे गेट मैच्योर एंड प्रोड्यूस मोर ऑफस्प्रिंग्स. मतलब एक ऑर्गेनिज्म अपने ही जैसे ऑफस्प्रिंग प्रोड्यूस करता है और ये प्रोड्यूस किए हुए ऑफस्प्रिंग अगेन मैच्योर होते हैं, दे ग्रो ओल्ड, गेट मैच्योर एंड प्रोड्यूस, दे अंडरगो रिप्रोडक्शन एंड प्रोड्यूस ऑफस्प्रिंग. It means what is happening over here? What we can say, the reproduction is a process that ensures the continuity of species generation after generation. Right? It's a very important statement. Let's write it down. Reproduction maintains the continuity of species generation after generation. Now there are certain factors, there are certain things which are responsible for this reproduction. What are those factors? The very first factor is that is the habitat of an organism. Organism का habitat. First factor, organism's habitat. Right. Now the next one, it's internal physiology. Organism की internal physiology. And several other factors. So these are the things, those are responsible for these are the factors which are responsible for the reproduction. Very important points to be noted down over here. Now, this process of reproduction is broadly divided into two categories. This reproduction is broadly divided into two categories. That is asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So first of all, I will start with the asexual mode of reproduction or asexual type of reproduction. So clear so far? All right. Asexual reproduction. Let's start with the asexual reproduction. So What is asexual reproduction? What is the definition of asexual reproduction? Definition is very simple. When an offspring is produced by a single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation is known as asexual reproduction. Let's write it down. By a single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation. It is known as asexual reproduction. When an offspring is produced by a single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation is known as asexual reproduction. Definition is clear now. Now let's try to understand the features of asexual reproduction. Let's try to understand what are the different features of asexual reproduction. Couple of features are already mentioned in the definition itself. If we observe, if we look into the definition, we will come to know that a couple of features are already mentioned in the definition itself. What are those features? Very first feature. We know that in asexual reproduction, the offspring, the young ones or the progeny are produced by a single parent. एक single parent से asexual reproduction के through progeny form होती है, progeny produce होती है, offspring, new individual का production होता है. Here I am saying offspring, progeny, young ones, new individuals, all these are the synonyms. Alright, so through asexual reproduction, from a single parent, progeny are produced. It means there is involvement of a single parent. In asexual reproduction, there is involvement of a single parent. There is an involvement of a single parent. It means asexual reproduction is uniparental. In other words, it is uniparental. Now this second feature. Here I have mentioned कि here with or without involvement of gamete formation. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Asexual reproduction जो है ये it occurs with or without the involvement of gamete formation. So it occurs with or without the presence of gametes. It occurs with or without the presence of gametes. And what are gametes? Gametes are the sexes. Male gamete, female gamete, male gamete, sperm, female gamete, egg or ovum. So it occurs with or without the presence of gametes. This is the second point. Now the third point. Now here I mentioned that it occurs with or without the presence of gamete, but please keep this in mind that in asexual reproduction the gametic fusion is totally absent. Gametic fusion, that is fertilization. Fertilization is totally absent. Gametes कभी भी fuse नहीं होते in asexual reproduction. Gametic fusion is totally absent. Very important point. Gametic fusion, in bracket I will write fertilization. Gametic fusion को ही fertilization कहते हैं. Fertilization. It is totally absent. Now the next point, very important. We know that in a cell there is presence of chromosome. सेल के अंदर क्रोमोसोम्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, राइट? सेल in the cell there is presence of chromosome. And what is the function of chromosome? What do? They carry information. Chromosomes carry information. They carry information to transfer the character, to transfer the features from one generation to the next generation, from parents to daughter, from parental generation to the daughter generation. So they carry information. Chromosomes carry information. What kind of information? To transfer the character, to transfer the traits, to transfer the features. Carry information, transfer of characters. So, in the cell there is presence of chromosomes. Chromosomes carry information to transfer the characters from parents to daughters, from parental generation to the daughter generation. What is happening in asexual reproduction then? Asexual reproduction के अंदर हम क्या देख रहे हैं? ऑफस्प्रिंग जो प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं, दे आर प्रोड्यूस फ्रॉम अ सिंगल पेरेंट. अगर सिंगल पेरेंट से ऑफस्प्रिंग प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं, व्हाट डज इट मीन? इट मीन्स कि जो भी ऑफस्प्रिंग प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं, दे इनहेरिट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, दे इनहेरिट द क्रोमोसोम्स फ्रॉम अ सिंगल पेरेंट. अगर ऑफस्प्रिंग एक सिंगल पेरेंट से क्रोमोसोम्स इनहेरिट कर रहे हैं, इट मीन्स जो भी फीचर्स, जो भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स पेरेंट के अंदर प्रेजेंट है, ऑल दोज फीचर्स विल इनहेरिट इनटू द ऑफस्प्रिंग देमसेल्व्स, राइट? अगर सारे के सारे फीचर्स पेरेंट के सारे फीचर्स, ऑल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, सारे फीचर्स ऑफस्प्रिंग के अंदर, यंग वंस के अंदर, प्रोजेनी के अंदर आ रहे हैं, इट मीन्स दे विल लुक सिमिलर टू, दे विल लुक एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर टू देयर पेरेंट, राइट? Also they will look similar to themselves, or in other words, what we can say, they are the exact copies of their parents as well as the exact copies of each other. Let's write it down. Offspring produced are the exact copies of their parent. Also they are the each other. They are the exact copies of their parents, they are the exact copies of each other. Right? It means जो भी फीचर्स ऑफस्प्रिंग के अंदर आ रहे हैं, जिसकी वजह से they look similar to their parents as well as to each other. They look similar to each other. It means they are morphologically similar as well as genetically similar. उनका genetic makeup भी same होगा and their external appearance, morphologically similar means external appearance will also be similar. So these organisms will be offspring. Organisms or the offspring are morphologically as well as genetically similar, and the individuals which are morphologically and genetically similar, they represent clone. So what is clone? Clone is a group of individuals which are morphologically and genetically similar. Let's write it down. Very important definition. A group of individuals, a group of individuals which are morphologically and genetically similar is known as clone. So what is clone? A group of individuals which are morphologically and genetically similar. Now, let's try to understand about its occurrence. Occurrence means which organisms do exhibit the asexual mode of reproduction. Occurrence, the next point. So, about its occurrence, fifth point. Occurrence. Asexual reproduction is common in, single cell organisms. It is common in single cell organisms. Also, it is seen in plants and animals which show simple body organization. Plants and animals. Plants, animals which show simple body organization. Okay, so single cell organisms. The single cell organisms which show asexual reproduction, they are the members of a group Monera. They are the members of Monera. They are the members of a group Monera, and the sole member of this group Monera is bacteria. There is one more group, that is Protista, single cell organism, Protista. In Protista, the organisms which are present, they are unicellular eukaryotic organisms, and one of the organisms present in Protista which shows asexual reproduction is amoeba. So the example is here, amoeba. Now, it is also seen in plants and animals having simple body organization, and for these plants and animals having simple body organization, the examples are algae and fungi. Algae and fungi. So here what we have seen, the asexual reproduction is common in lower organisms like algae, fungi. It is seen in lower organisms, but it is also present. It is also shown by the higher plants and animals. It is also shown by higher plants and animals. It is also shown by higher plants. Apart from the lower organisms, the asexual reproduction is also shown by the higher plants. The type of asexual reproduction shown by higher plants is vegetative propagation. It is vegetative propagation. We will study about this vegetative propagation in the coming part of this chapter. Okay, now let's move on to the next feature. Next and last feature of asexual reproduction, it is that asexual reproduction is simpler and faster. Asexual reproduction is simpler. It is faster. In a short time duration, large number of progeny, large number of individuals can be produced through asexual reproduction. Produced through asexual reproduction. So these are the features of asexual reproduction. Here, one more point I would like to add regarding the single cell organisms. that when we say every living organism after its birth, it grows old and lives for a certain time and then dies eventually. It means no living organism is immortal. What do you think? No living organism is immortal, right? ऐसा कोई भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म नहीं है कि जिसका बर्थ होता है लेकिन डेथ नहीं होती. सभी जो भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं उनकी डेथ आज न कल होनी ही होनी है. बट डू यू थिंक देयर आर सर्टन ऑर्गेनिजम्स विच आर एक्सेप्शन टू दिस? Are there any organisms which are exception to this, which are immortal? Let's see. So I will write here, no living organism is immortal, right? हर एक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म की डेथ होती ही होती है, but there are certain exceptions. Yes, there are certain exceptions to this condition. So what is that exception? Single cell organism. The exception to this condition is single cell organism. How? कैसे possible है? Let's try to explain this. Single cell organisms. Okay, so let's say this is a cell. Let's say it's a single cell. We will say it's a parent cell. It's a parent cell. Now this cell in its life cycle it grows and increases in size. इसकी size increase हो जाती है. In its life cycle जब ये growth show करता है इसकी size increase हो जाएगी, right? So here growth, it shows growth, and after growth its size increases, and once its size increases it gets mature and undergoes division. It shows division, and due to division it produces two daughter cells. It produces two daughter cells. So what is happening over here? Parent cell undergoes growth, it shows growth, and after growth in its life cycle it grows and get mature and undergoes division. Due to division two daughter cells are formed. So what is happening over here? Parent cell से two daughter cells form हो रहे हैं. No part of this unicellular organism is left to die. कोई भी part unicellular organism का senescence show नहीं करता. No part of single cell organism shows senescence, and senescence is senescence means it's a gradual deterioration. It's a gradual deterioration leading to death. So no part of single cell organism shows senescence. No part is left to die. It means parent cell, जो सिंगल सेल होता है, यूनिसेलुलर सेल होता है, यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म होता है, उसकी डेथ नहीं होती है. आफ्टर मैच्योरिटी इट डिवाइड्स इनटू टू डॉटर ऑर्गेनिजम्स, टू डॉटर सेल्स. ओके, सो उनकी डेथ नहीं होती, दैट्स वाई they are immortal. So unicellular organism are immortal. So clear so far? Now after this I will start with the structures which are involved in asexual reproduction. Structures, or in other words what we will say, the types of asexual reproduction. Under this topic, I will start, or we are going to study the very first type, that is binary fission. Second, budding. Third is spore formation. Fourth, vegetative propagation. Then fifth, it's regeneration. Sixth is gamete. And seventh, fragmentation. So these are the types, these are the different types of asexual reproduction that we are going to study in detail one by one. So let's first start with the binary fission.